Yeah, so Margate's at an interesting point in time. It's going through a process of regeneration. It may not be the first time, but it is right now. And when I moved here, I was really struck by the parallels between what Margate is going through and one of my favourite films, Xanadu. It mixed up incredible genres of music and dance and skating, whilst at the same time its narrative is about regeneration. They find an empty derelict building and they do it up and they turn it into their dream nightclub. And what's weird is that Dreamland looks an awful lot like the incredible building in the film Xanadu that they turn into their dream nightclub.
Oh, huh. Well, well, well. Now, what a coincidence. Look where we just happened to end up.
You think you're real clever, don't you?
Well, I just didn't want you to close your eyes to any possibilities.
You really think this could work out for Danny?
I think this place could be anything you want it to be.
And the rest is just, yeah, a wonderful story with Olivia Newton-John, Gene Kelly, Greek mythology, swing, 80s rock, and a lot of bizarre, funny, camp, comic, kitsch things on roller skates. So myself and the Round in Circles team have been really inspired by Margate's history and the film Xanadu. And so we designed a project where we investigated over 200 years worth of Margate's history of dance halls, dancing, nightclubs, and it starts in the 1790s with the assembly rooms that was built. And there was a dance here called the Trip to Margate that was danced 200 years ago. And we've conducted oral testimonies, asking people their stories and reminiscences about going out in Margate, going to nightclubs, going out dancing, going to the dance halls. And we've gathered all sorts of stories, that some from Dreamland.
I'm so excited to see what the cinema looks like, because I spent a lot of time in there with girlfriends, stuff like that, watching a scary movie, like putting your arm around her, the old arm stretch out, that kind of thing. So I'm really excited to see a place where I used to take dates and stuff. And one thing in particular at Dreamland, you used to have matinee Saturdays. So it was where our parents would need to work, obviously, to bring the money in, and my mum did a couple of different jobs. So they would drop us off to the cinema for the half the day, and we'd watch the matinee. We'd throw a lot of stuff and make a lot of mess and get told off. But this was in the day when, pre-internet, you didn't all have tellies at home. We had one black and white in the front room. So the only place we could watch colour of movies was at the cinema. So most of the kids, you'd have about 400 or 500 kids at the cinema on a Saturday.
I've got lots of memories of Dreamland Cinema. I used to go there quite often when I was, we're going back to the early 80s, so I would have been 6, 7, 8. They used to have a Disney club there in the afternoon, and I remember being there watching a film when films had intervals, and a lady would come out with a hamper around her neck, and you'd buy your ice cream and stuff, and your popcorn and whatever else. You go back to your seat and eat it, and the woman come on stage, you go, just want to tell everyone about the Disney club we have here in the afternoons, blah blah blah, and she'd tell you the price and what goes on, and then she used to bugger off and we go back to watching our movie. I remember many films I saw there. I saw Return of the Jedi there. The downstairs, I remember that always being an arcade. We used to go in there quite a lot when we were at Hartstown School. We used to go in there at lunchtime, visit all the arcades, win some money, or just bugger about really.
Some from the endless lists of clubs across town, some from the Winter Gardens, and a lot of the hotel ballrooms that used to be here.
It was just called Dreamland Ballroom.
Right. Yeah.
Which we called the dance. Down the dance.
The ballroom, the Dreamland Ballroom. It used to go down some steps and into the ballroom, and it was all sort of like red plush carpet, and the ballroom was there, and you go up little steps and you have like a little balustrade sort of all the way around, and the tables and chairs were around there, the stage was down there, and Tom Jones came on. Oh, my friend went and she gave him, because she was Welsh, see, so she went and gave him a bottle of barley wine. He said, "Oh, cheers, love," and he drank it, you know, and gave us his autograph, and it was. And I had my best crimpling dress on, which was awful.
Loads of partners in Dreamland, because I always went dancing on my own. And Dreamland was a bingo hall. That's what they shut it down as a dance hall. Oh, one thing, they always had a live band. I say they, dancers did. I don't mean specifically Dreamland, but it had a live band. And all they played all night long were American Jive, which I'd never seen, I'd never danced. So this Joe from Chicago, he got... I was dancing with Marcel. You don't know Marcel, lovely tango dancer. And I was dancing with him, so I said to him, because he wasn't a boyfriend either, he was just a dance partner. I did ballroom with him, and then he decided he wanted to learn tango, because I'd started before him, but he became a much better tango dancer than me. And I said, Marcel, I'm not in love with you, Marcel, but I'm going to dance with my arm around your neck. I said, because I keep tipping out, and the only way I can keep myself in is to hold myself in till I get out of the habit. And that's how I did it. It took me ages just to knock that ballroom habit out. But that was what was spoiling my tango. I made the skirts with 3 layers of frills, and then I went and bought some coloured bias binding, 3 different colours. I think it was green, red, and blue, I think they were, and I edged them all so that they had different colours, but you can just see the edge of it. And the first time I had it on, all the nurses knew I'd done this. I did it by hand. All the other nurses at the dance, we went to Seaburn Hall, and I can remember Sylvia Bambra going past, and she's killing herself laughing. She says, "What are you doing, Dorothy? The ghostly mambo?"
And recently we made a wonderful community dance participation film, I'm Mambo Margate, celebrating vintage mambo from the 50s.
Oh, hey mambo, Margate, mambo, hey mambo, Margate, mambo, go, 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 shake like a gango, dancing in the streets, you get happy in your feet, so when you mambo, Margate, mambo.
We've had so much research, it's been difficult to find all the ways of sharing that, but one of the principal ways was to make a theatre show which is called In Search of Xanadu, which kind of riffs off the film Xanadu. It's a bit of a remix, but it's a Margate version.
I hear you say goodbye, I see a tear in your eye. It's a lie.
Margate has an incredible appetite for dance. Since arriving here, I've been managing to bring ballroom back to Dreamland. We've been running tea dances here, and we had a wonderful event for Silver Sunday recently. much further back, dancing at Dreamland.
But I love the foxtrot, and one of my friends, Lily, unfortunately she's died. We used to do a lovely foxtrot quite often. That was played during the interval, and the first thing we would do, the two of us would get up and do it.
In our dance research, we also explored a lot of Isadora Duncan, which was popular in the sort of turn of the century, the 1900s onwards, kind of a bit earlier than 20s maybe, but kind of 1920s. She also was really inspired by Greek art and channeled similar poses in her work. So weirdly, Greek mythology echoed throughout our historical research in Margate. I love this idea about some kind of a nightclub that actually combines more than one thing and brings lots of different things together. Maybe that dream nightclub would be some kind of utopia that brings lots of different people together who are all into different things, and maybe we share those things.
I'd be dolled up like the Nines, of course. I'd have a beautiful dance partner, and everybody's attention was on me, because I'm what's the word? There's a word for it. Extrovert. I'm an extrovert. I love the foxtrot. But as regards tango, Argentine, I like the milonga. I do. I love it. Inside, reduced lighting, tablecloths, light on every table.
Do you know what? I used to love Fifth Avenue. I used to love how huge the dance hall was. I used to love how it flowed. I loved the building anyway. And you know, that building is actually originally an old dance hall. It was actually, you know, like the social dancing, like all the foxtrots. My nan and granddad used to go there. So and I spent 12 years of my life working in that building, and it's beautiful. I don't like the modern look. I prefer the older look. You know, so for me, that Fifth Avenue, 2 massive hall, huge rooms, DJ boxes in the centre, flowing bars that just seem to never end, going all the way round, and then an upstairs bit where you can get some fresh air and smoke. You know, perfect. What a perfect nightclub for me that was. And that for me is the perfect nightclub. Yeah.
Well, it'd be lit up for a start, because one thing I can't stand is nightclubs that are completely dark, so you can't see anything apart from like what's happening on the dance floor. Secondly, there'll be seating area so you can sit down. Thirdly, there'll be an area where you can get away from the music, so you don't have to sit there all night going, what, and you can't hear each other, and whenever you're trying to have a conversation, you have to put your ear right to their mouth. That annoys me. Well, I like a bit of the Bee Gees. I like a bit of that, and maybe a bit of modern stuff, and mind a bit of Justin Timberlake. That man has never brought out a bad record, and I do enjoy listening to his music. Anyone who walks into my nightclub would think, my God, this man must own the world. That's what my nightclub would look like. I would have just it all overdone. I would have gold leaf everywhere, and be all, you know, deep, rich colours and stuff like that, and I'd have the finest fabrics. Oh, I call it Monty's, after my yellow lab, because he was a bit mischievous. But he's a good boy, so that's what my nightclub would be like. It'd be good, but a little bit mischievous.
My dream nightclub, I went to Caesar's, I think, in Dunstable to see Sacha Distel. And do you remember Sacha Distel? French singer, very sexy, very handsome. And went there, and you had a meal, and you were in that. You know, it was more like you'd sit there and have a nice meal, and you'd watch the cabaret, the entertainment. See, now it's all dark and bang bang music, and you don't talk to each other, do you? But it was so, and you had the big stars doing the nightclubs, and it was so much more upmarket and nice, Mm-hmm. And you could dress up. People don't dress up, and it was more of an event. And I did get Sacha Distel's autograph, but I lost it in the moves on the programme there. But that's my sort of nightclub bit posh, a bit nice. The food would come out on big silver salvers and they'd carve it. And the women some used to smoke in those days. I didn't, but they would put a cigarette and the waiter would be there with the lighter, you know, and it was such a different age.
It would be all about music and dancing, nothing else. I mean, socialising obviously, but we all wanted the same thing, so music and dancing, that was it really. No alcohol, can't believe that now, but no alcohol.
If you got across a genre of music, and everybody could come to a club and everybody could do, even if it's just half an hour, right? Half hour. Play your best set in half an hour. Play what you want to play in half an hour, right? You're off. You're on. Yeah. So just really mix it up a bit, rather than just this or rather than just that. Yeah. That everybody could just, and nobody judges for what you're doing and what you're playing. But for all those people that are in there might be just a few. I mean, there's not much rock stuff played around. I know a few blokes that, you never played any rock stuff. So I don't play it. And I don't. You know, I don't play it personally, but I know people that do. Yeah. Well, why can't I? said, well, the people that are in here don't always do that. Maybe. Yeah, for bands. Yeah, we don't get many DJs in there because it's a live music venue. Yeah. Traditionally. I suppose just mix it up a bit, and obviously, you want to go in there and just spend an evening, just spend something where you could just sit down, still talk to people, meet people, and just hear something different sometimes to what you normally hear, and meet somebody. You never know, do you?
My dream nightclub would be along the seafront, so you'd get the sea breeze and it wouldn't be really hot. People were just having a good time, so it'd be a lovely atmosphere, relaxing music sometimes, and then really upbeat music that you couldn't help but tap your feet, and once you started tapping your feet you wanted to get up on the dance floor. A different mixture of tunes, because when you listen to the same tune you don't get time to sit down in between. To have lots of friends there that I know, not feel as if you were being pushed around, you had room to be able to get up and dance.
A good lighting so it doesn't show all your blemishes. Oh my God, full of leather daddies. I watched the Tom of Finland thing last night and I was like, oh my God, we need to have a leather daddy nightclub. And I'd be like, I think it'd be really cool, like Studio 54, that kind of, where anything goes, and like a nice mix of people, all ages, like full of fabulous characters, that kind of thing, yeah. And a nice mix of music as well, something you can dance to, but not like specifically like just house or jungle or whatever, like something that's all really cool music and that sold chips maybe. No, it does that now. Like all the nightclubs had chips, like burger bars in them, and it's like, I think it was really good. I think that's how we carried on drinking.
I think that it's not just important for communities to come together and connect through dancing and music, but it's actually a healthy expression of human nature. I think we all need at times to lose ourselves in music and dance and get into the zone where you just feel connected and you forget about time.